Hey there, so it's the day after Christmas, and I'm still here with my family in Temecula, really enjoying being here. It was so nice being able to wake up this morning and share breakfast with my family and continue having conversations and talking and bonding. And so I wanted to share with you that my family normally has a tendency to want to talk about more controversial topics. So we like to talk about politics and government and religion and these things where we all have different points of view, different opinions, different perspectives. And in the past, these conversations will trigger a lot of people in the family, and people will get upset, or somebody will walk out of the room, or one person starts yelling or getting offended. And so that's been kind of a pattern in my family. And this morning, some more controversial topics started being talked about, and I was really, it was really amazing because I felt a shift in my family where, opinions were still shared and nobody really got triggered. Everybody stayed pretty calm, and instead of trying to argue around who's right and who's wrong or convince anybody of believing another person's opinion, it really seemed to be coming from a place of sharing and talking about, well, what really are the solutions. And my brother and I especially like to talk about, like global problems and what's going on and what are the solutions. And it was just such a great reminder this morning as well that really, there's so many people having these conversations of, how can we change the world? What can we do? How can we affect all of these systems that are clearly, not working in the world, this and that. And it was just such a good reminder that really the true solution is an internal one. We can talk all day about different ways that we can structure society and healthcare and government and all, and the economy and all these things. And what's most important is that we are coming from a place of love, that we choose love. Like really underneath all of it, underneath all the opinions, underneath all the possibilities, or different people's perspectives, all of these things, what do we all share in common? It's love. It is that we all truly want love, and that if we really focus on our value systems that we have in common, and we focus on, yes, that we all want at our core the same things, we just have different opinions around what that would look like, or what we think based on our own perspectives and our own past histories and all that kind of stuff. So being able to just focus on what are our core values, what do we have in common, what do we all stand for together, and then how can we just live from that place and make choices from that place. And I strongly feel that we don't need to spend so much time trying to figure out solutions to all the world's problems from a place of the mind, but that it's really connecting to our hearts and connecting to what's most important to all of us, and really choosing to embody and live from a place of love, and taking small daily action steps in our lives every day to really cultivate more love and more understanding, because it's love that connects, that builds bridges, that creates understanding, that creates compassion. And the more we choose to act from love, the more that the external solutions will really birth themselves. I firmly, strongly believe that. And so even though those conversations are fun about like, okay, how can we solve the world's problems, that's great, but I really feel like it's an internal shift of coming from love, and in that space of love we see the world differently, we see our connections to each other, and we act from that place. And so I think a better question, instead of how can we change the world necessarily, is what would love do in this moment? What would love do in this moment as we're here at the kitchen table talking about controversial topics? Would love want to, have its opinion be heard and make sure that everybody was convinced of its point of view? No. Love doesn't need to be right. Love chooses to love. And so I really felt that shift in my family this morning of, okay, let's just, really focus on what's most important here, which is that we all choose to love each other, no matter what opinions people have, or what's going on, or what somebody says. And when we all just start coming from love more often, and it becomes that's our practice, that's our way of changing the world, so much will change. So much will change in our lives, and it'll be a ripple effect out to the world. I really believe that the change that we're looking to see is going to start from within, and the more that we can just help ourselves and help other people choose love from a moment-to-moment basis, the more that our planet and our whole world is going to be able to, live in love and peace and harmony and everything that we ultimately want. So all those opinions that we have that are different are all more surface level, I believe, and that our core, we really do all want the same thing. So let's focus there and let's see what solutions naturally birth themselves from that place of love. So anyway, if you have, a family or friends or people that you have that have different opinions from you, this is just a good reminder to focus on love, and that it's love that builds connections, that builds bridges. And when we try to argue over who's right or different opinions, then that's ultimately not going to serve what we all really want, which is deeper connection, which is love. And so however this relates to you in your life, I hope this was valuable for you today. And I'm just so happy. I'm really enjoying being here, and I will talk to you tomorrow.